Hi, everybody. Mitch with Fantasy and Science Fiction Fest. Um, Today I'll just do a quick rundown of a few movies, a few of my favorite movies throughout my lifetime. Now, I am 40. I was born in 1982. I think I mentioned that in one of my previous videos, but just to give you an idea of my age range, and so if some of you aren't familiar with some of these movie titles, I'm sorry. If they seem a little older or outdated, it's just some of my favorites over my lifetime. In no particular order, I'm not sure. I'll try to keep the list to maybe 5 to 10, talk about a few of them, and in no particular order, not a countdown, not a 1 through 10 or 1 through 5 or vice versa. No particular rhyme, reason, or anything to this list, just listing off movies that I like. So, the first movie I want to talk about is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles original movie from 1990, I believe. The Ninja Turtles was one of my favorite TV shows. The original cartoon series from, I believe it ran from 1986, 1987 to 1996 or 7. I'm not sure, but in 1990, they released a feature-length version of Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, whatever you like to call them. I believe across in the UK it may have been known as Teenage Hero Turtles or something of that nature. Anyway, the movie is fairly good. I believe as of recording this video, it may be on Netflix. Actually, I believe 1, 2, and 3 are all on Netflix. I'm not sure for how much longer they will keep them on. I know Netflix takes movies and series on and off at will, as do most of the streaming services, I believe. But for right now, as of this recording, I believe all 3 are available on Netflix. Next movie I want to talk about is Back to the Future. Back to the Future was a movie starring Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd, with Michael J. Fox being the main character, portraying the main character. Marty McFly, I believe the name was. Um, Christopher Lloyd did or built a time machine out of the DeLorean and out of a DeLorean. Sorry, and Michael J. Fox traveled from 1985 to 1955 and met up with his parents as teenagers and had adventures with them, trying to get them together and keep them together. So there's that. And there was also Back to the Future 2 and 3. They're not part of this list, but I just want to mention them as well. There's also another movie I really enjoyed and still enjoy when I get to watch it, is The Muppets Take Manhattan, from, was it 1984 or 5? Years and dates bleed together. I'm sorry. I'm not too good with the dates or years of most of these movies because it's been it's been a long time since I've seen the majority of these movies. Anyway, back to Muppets Take Manhattan. I believe this one was directed by Jim Henson, one of the many Jim Henson Muppet movies. In this one, Kermit, Miss Piggy, and the rest of the Muppet gang finish college. When the movie starts out, they are seniors in college about to graduate. They graduate college and decide to take a stage production that Kermit and the rest of them did a senior variety show of Manhattan. I believe it was Manhattan Melodies. Jeez, I can't talk. Anyway, they want to bring the stage show and put it on Broadway. In the course of events, the entire gang goes their different ways, and Kermit stays in New York. And tries desperately to get the show on Broadway. After doing so, they contact everybody, and I don't want to give too much of it away in case some people out there want to view these movies on their own. I don't want to give major spoilers away. Another movie I'm a fan of, or movie franchise I'm a fan of, is Jurassic Park. You can't tell, but I am wearing a Jurassic Park t-shirt on today. I'm not so much a fan of the latter movies after The Lost World. They're okay for what they are. I just really care for Jurassic Park and The Lost World based on Michael Crichton's books. They are well filmed. I'm sorry. They are well filmed movies, well acted, and the graphics, the CGI, dinosaurs, and the mechanical animatronics is what I want to say. The animatronics, the special features overall, the visual effects overall, are well done for that time. I believe either 1992 or 93, early 90s for sure. I believe the book Jurassic Park was published in 1989 or 90, somewhere around there. So they did the movie the movie was released in 92, 93, somewhere around there. I remember going to a local movie theater with my parents to see the movie, and I enjoyed it as a 9 or 10-year-old at the time. I believe I was around that age when the movie came out. A lot of us boys especially like dinosaurs as young children, maybe some more than others, but anyway. I'll talk about maybe 2 to 3 more movies and close this video out. Another movie I enjoy is pretty much all the Marvel Cinematic Universe or MCU movies. That's more recent. This is the only recent series of movies I'll probably have on this list as a whole. As a whole, the MCU is rather well portrayed from the comic books. I have my favorites over others' favorite movies and favorite characters. To list a few would be Hulk, um, Iron Man, um, Captain America. I could list a bunch of um, characters and personas of those movies or stories. But the MCU started in 2008, I believe, with Iron Man being the first in a long running series of movies and series still going today, over 10 years worth of material has been put to screen from comic books and sorry, just gathering thoughts. Sorry for the long pause. My number one favorite movie would have to be E.T., and I know the year of this movie in particular was 1982, 40 years to the day. Pretty much the reason I know the day or the year it was released, it is as old as I am, which is 40 years at this point. E.T. was an extraterrestrial alien creature. That's what E.T. stands for, is extraterrestrial. If you didn't know, that comes to Earth with a few of his family members, or whatever you want to classify them as, few of his fellow creatures. Anyway, as some people spot the spacecraft in an open field or a wooded area, one or the other. The creatures decide to take off in their spacecraft. They don't land very long, a few minutes, maybe 2 minutes at most. And the character or space creature that becomes known as E.T. Is stranded, left on Earth. He befriends a human boy by the name of Elliot. Don't know the last name, don't know they ever gave him a last name. But he has a younger sister, and an older brother. I believe the younger sister was played by Drew Barrymore as a young girl, maybe between the ages of 4 and 6, possibly older or younger, not by much, I don't believe. But I believe Drew Barrymore played the younger sister in that movie. I don't recall the name of the boy who played Elliot. I don't recall any other names in that movie other than Drew Barrymore for sure. I'm almost positive on that. But yeah, after E.T. becomes stranded on Earth, he befriends Elliot, like I said, and becomes attached to Elliot so much so you'll find out through the course of the movie if something happens to one or the other one, the one it happened, the one it doesn't happen to feels the effects almost like a telekinetic power or telekinesis, I believe. So, just off the top of my head, that was a list of some of my favorite movies and franchises. That I cared for growing up. So, if you have a list of movies that you liked or that you like, please let me know down in the comments. I have a few other ideas along these line of videos, such as Star Wars, movies, and Star Trek and Muppets, just to name a few. So please like, subscribe. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Bye.